Hello again, everybody, and welcome to Upper St. Clair Panther Stadium. The Upper St. Clair Panthers, at I believe 3-0 now, will be facing the Bethel Park Blackhawks, one of their natural rivals. St. Clair's coming off a very solid week. They defeated Moon at this very stadium 2-0 on Wednesday. Moon, as always, is an excellent team. The Panthers got 2 goals from Michael Cartier, and those were the difference, both second-half goals. And Panthers are undefeated so far in the early season and looking to extend that record against the always hated Blackhawks. I'm Gavin Williams. Adam's going to work the camera. He might actually give me some color here occasionally also. And otherwise, I'm going to be taking you home today here. Let me set it up for you a little bit. The Panthers are in their home whites, and they will be heading from the right side of your screen to the left. The Blackhawks are in orange, and with black numerals, they will be going from left to right. Pretty much the same starting lineup as usual for our Panthers. Mills and Palmieri up front. We have Mike Cartier. We have Burdett. Actually, senior Clay Roner is starting instead of Robbie Merritt today. But then we have Delamo in the mid also. And the same back four, Levine, Brindle, Conboy, and Burke. So this is Eric Levine. Looking up front to Nicky, trying to tip it forward, can't do so. Bethel runs on and controls in the mid. Ooh, errant pass. Cartier steps in, but cannot control, and Bethel clears. Wow, over the top there. That's a clear foul on forward Kyle Young checking back, and the Panthers are going to have a free kick just across midfield. Looks like Eric Levine's going to quick restart here. Brindle has some time. Brindle down the right wing. Oh, there was a little miscommunication there, unfortunately, and the Bethel goalie is going to come off his line and make the play. Going to get a punt, and it's going to be headed up by Burdett, but controlled by Bethel. Bethel's going to try to play it down the wing. Nice possession here in the mid. And now it's a giveaway. Lenny Mills checking back nicely. Cartier controls. Tipping out to Levine with space down the right wing. Playing up to the target guy, Nick Palmieri. Nice little turn down the wing. This is Clay on the wing, I believe. Looking to turn it in, and he's going to draw a Panther throw in deep in the Bethel Park Blackhawk territory. Quick throw to Palmieri, looks to turn. He does, nice step through a 2-man. Still controlling, and he's going to draw a foul. Very dangerous territory. The referee signaling there was a uniform tug. The Panthers will have a free kick just outside the goalie box.
And you know, Gavin, the girls, Allie Walker this morning scored on a goal almost identical to this, just on the other side, right outside the box, free kick. Picked the top corner perfectly, so let's see if Nick Palmieri can do the same thing for us.
Yeah, the girls had a big win over Trinity today with something like 6 or 7-0. 9-0, in fact, Adam tells me. Very impressive performance by Dave Gray and the girls team. Here's Nick. Keeps it low. Oh, wow, he was looking for the right corner, and it side-netted it. It was turning in, and it really looked like it had a chance to go, but like I said, just off the outside, the side net. Good attempt by Nicky. Nice low strike. So the Bethel will get a goal kick. That was a pretty good scoring attempt 2 minutes into this ball game. Good, solid goal kick down the field. Burdett is going to play it out of bounds. Bethel Park throw. And this will be Jordan Walsh, a junior defenseman, with the throw. Nice throw up the field. It looked like it was shouldered. Brindle's got time, and he plays it outside to Conboy. And this is Burke with time. Nice little touch. Burdett. Good cross field by Burdett. Nicky's got plenty of space. No, it's Clay. He has plenty of space here. Plays it middle. Good play to Nick. Going to look for give and go. Now stops. Tries to toe poke it by him. A little too much there from Nick. But Levine, could he put it back in? Bad touch. Bethel tries to control, but St. Clair again. Brindle touches. Switches field again. Chris Burke. Burke now to Cartier with some space. Burke. Nice play. Burdett's got some room here if he can get there. And he can't quite as it goes across the end line. It was a real good idea from Cartier. Burdett was making a nice run down the left wing from the midfield. Could not quite get there. So another goal kick. Boy, Josh Colson, the senior sweeper, has a very excellent foot back there, the left hand. Here we go. This is Brindle. Going to leave it for Hast. Hast very confidently and comfortably. Mark Hast had a wonderful game against Moon. Really kept St. Clair in the game during the first half where they didn't play as well. Had a couple beautiful reflex saves around cage. This is Bethel once again. Ooh, Walsh with Clifford to space. Andy Clifford in the midfield. He's got some room. Nobody's coming on. Now he pokes it over to Chris Paglia with space. Bethel trying to control. Nice little touch pass. Paglia again. He's coming down the left wing. Here's the cross. Nice play by Brindle. Touched inside. We have a chance here, but they could not get much on it there. That was Matt Griffin, a senior midfield. We got some space. Burdett touching. Lenny trying to check back. Can't quite get it. Burke. Here's Lenny. Occupying the midfield. Levine. And here's Vince Delamo. Vince had some space, chooses to play it up. Nice little touch by Roner. Palmieri, little give and go. Here comes Clay down the wing. And he could draw a corner, I believe. Beautiful stuff. That was great possession by St. Clair. Nice little give and go. And Clay Roner in the early going with some strong work down the right side, creating the first corner kick of the game, a Panther one. And Clay's going to stay over there and take it. Probably looking for Cartier, the St. Clair target guy. It was a low kick, and Bethel gets it out, but not quite out because Levine's going to put it right back in. Lenny couldn't quite get there. It was a little low, and it will roll to the Bethel Park goaltender. Played forward. Burke steps in, tries to win it, but can't. And this is Clifford again. Oh, and Cartier with a certain tackle. Oh, quick restart by Bethel. Burdett checking back, trying to run him off. He's tugging on the jersey, and they got him. And I believe the penalty is going to be on Burdett. He was tugging the jersey most of the way there and kind of tackled him. So we have a pretty dangerous situation here.
And you know, in this Bethel Park-St. Clair rivalry, the emotions are already running high. I know before the game, Bethel Park was actually warming up in the St. Clair section behind the end zone there, and there was a little bit of a confrontation. I was talking to the guys, and they're definitely not going to step down from the physical play today, so we'll see what happens.
It's the beauty of high school sports in general. You love the rivalry games. This is Bethel. Here's a dangerous opportunity. Stepping in, but poorly struck by Jordan Walsh, and it's going to go across the end line for an Upper St. Clair goal kick. Adam touched on something that is, something that you can't overlook. Records, anything aside, when Upper St. Clair and Bethel Park gets together, it's usually very competitive, and it's obviously very hard fought, and the physicality is evident early in the game. This is Hast on the goal kick. Bethel steps in. Levine plays it, but not quite out, and Bethel controls. This is Clifford again in the midfield. He's been everywhere so far. Cartier steps in, tries to poke it away. And an errant drop pass, turnover, but not quite. Palmieri couldn't quite corral it, and Bethel's going to get a throw in. Bethel tried for the short throw up the sidelines, couldn't control. And Palmieri's looking for Lenny. As we know, Lenny is very fast. He's got a step here. They're trying to haul him down. They can't do it. Lenny's got a step off the side net again. I don't think the goalie got a hand on it. I just think he shot it wide. He kind of had a bad angle. But there you get to see the speed of Lenny Mills on full display. If he gets a step on you, even with the ball, he's faster than most defenders. And a very dangerous opportunity, probably the best of the match so far for the Panthers. Also a heads-up play by Nick Palmieri to see him and make the quick throw-in before Bethel reacted. Their defense really plays aggressively, comes way up, and hopefully St. Clair can catch him on it later. Nice little back flick. It's on, and it's controlled by the Hawks. Now it's controlled. This is Anthony Caruso. Cartier's defending, but he taps back. Walsh has time. Back to him. Looking to make a run. Sean Comboy is there, but Bethel corrals it again. Steps in. Nice. He got some room, but he fell. And going to try to clear. Bethel sells, but falls harmlessly back to the sweeper here. Plays it out to the wing. Almost. Lenny almost got there. Lenny's work rate, as usual, very impressive. Dives, slides. There's a man down for Bethel Park, and it is number 3 senior midfielder Matt Griffin. He had a collision there with what I believe was Vince Delamo, and he's getting up slowly, but it looks like he is getting up. But Bethel is going to have to sub. Going to see our first sub of the game. Chris Wild, junior midfielder, will be replacing him as he receives some medical attention. Looks like I can't quite tell exactly what the problem is. Looks like he's holding his head. I don't know if he took an elbow. I didn't really see it, but as is, it's going to be a St. Clair throw-in anyway, but they're going to throw it back to Bethel, who played it out of bounds to stop the game. That's the courtesy and the etiquette you see in soccer. Bethel fans on it. Clay makes a nice little aggressive play and is going to win a St. Clair throw here. Mike Cartier checking back and was trying to play it back to Levine, I think, but couldn't quite do so. It's kind of an awkward spot, and Bethel will get the throw in. No score so far. We're 9 minutes into the first half here, and a couple good scoring opportunities. Panthers probably have the better of them, but no scoring just yet. Here comes Clifford again. He's playing the ball up the wing a little too hard, and it's going to be a Panther throw. Roner was going for the quick restart, couldn't quite get it. Good long throw, and the referee's going to call a foul, I believe. He went over Nick Palmieri's back. Yeah, it's going to be a kick. So Levine's going to take it. And he's going to go long with it, deep and almost to the box. But Bethel's back line stout in the air so far and wins a header. Plays it outside. Walsh has time. Into the middle, nice little touch. Bethel's possession's been excellent in the midfield so far. Now plays it back. And the sweeper, Colson, has plenty of time with it. Nice long ball. Comboy, header, but Bethel's going to win it. A touch to the outside. Wild, who just entered the game. Boy, dangerous in-swinger towards net. And Panthers did a nice job. Nate Brindle put it across the end line, but it will be second corner of the game, first for the Blackhawks. And Colson, who has been taking the goal kicks, I've remarked at his leg, he's the sweeper, but he comes all the way up to take the goal kicks with his left foot from this side. It's going to be a dangerous in-swinger, and you can see from a strategic standpoint why Bethel would do this. So look for this to start probably just inside the 18 and bend in towards goal. Hast is going to have to be very aggressive off his line. That's a little far out, and Cartier heads it away really without a problem. Put it back in. We're not quite out. Wild's going to enter into the box. Beautiful little ball. It's dangerous. He's going to try to half volley it. Couldn't get much on it, and Hast makes the save. Ethan Talbot had a great opportunity to score there. Tried to do a little half volley, but couldn't quite get much wood on it, and harmless, thankfully. Colson heads it down, and Bethel's going to control again. Bethel's possession in the midfield, very confident, very solid so far. And just as I say that, an errant pass, and St. Clair controls. This is Conboy. Levine touching up, but to nobody. Delamo wins it. Here's Lenny. Can't quite touch it over. A little sloppy in the midfield right now on the other end, on the St. Clair end here, and Bethel's going to control again. Touches over. Levine read it perfectly, and will play it across the line for a Bethel Park throw. And we have another sub, and this will be Matt Griffin re-entering. Nothing serious, obviously, on the injury front, and Bethel will key it in here again. Nice little step in by Lenny, and a nice touch through. Lenny's looking for Nick Palmieri, streaking towards goal, but Colson's going to be there. A little miscommunication, but oh boy. Lenny almost got his head on that, and there was nobody home. And Bethel touches back. Plenty of time for Mark Foster, the junior goalie. Back to Walsh. And Clifford in the middle. Colson. Nice ball wide. Got plenty of space here. Touches wide again. Levine's going to step in. Nice little play. Vince has space here. He's going to take advantage of it and do a little switch fields. Here's Cartier, and he's got room. Touches wide to Burke. And Burke, not a very good touch. I think he caught his foot on the turf. Plays it by. Boy, this is a fast guy, Kyle Young, running on. Nice touch through. Looking for the cross, and Sean Comboy there clears it across. I think St. Clair's best attacks have come off the switch field like that. Got to be a little more solid with the balls, but Bethel is their back line, I've mentioned, is very aggressive, and If St. Clair can switch fields and counter with their speed up front, that looks to be their best attempt at scoring because Bethel's controlling the midfield right now. Now this is Matt Griffin on the corner. Way outside the box. Going to try to volley it home. Harmless. Calling deep. Up from his defensive spot. Out of bounds. So Panther goal kick. Panthers are going to have to do a better job right now as far as winning some of these 50-50 balls in the midfield and sustaining some possession. Right now, Bethel is absolutely winning that battle decisively, and it's causing some problems. This is Hast. And Bethel wins it again, and here they come. Nice step in by Comboy. Cartier battling. Delamo also battling, but Bethel again. Here's Mike. Got a little bit of space. Nice shield. Now he touches it. Beautiful. Roner up the wing. He's looking for Nick. It's going to be touched back to the goalie. Fairly dangerous. Oh, he fanned on it. Lenny's. Oh, boy. Lenny controlled that fast. Turns. Was looking for Nick. Couldn't find him. Nice little step in by Roner. Ball up into the box. Nicky had to get back into an onside position, unfortunately, or it would have been a very dangerous chance. Nice stuff by Clay Roner in the early going. That's a dangerous ball, that high ball in the box. And Levine's got time here. He's going to play it to his feet. Delamo crosses, and here's the switch fields because Burke has plenty of room here down the left wing. But nobody really running on. St. Clair is their work rate right now. Nobody's making runs from the back line in the midfield. That's what Cartier's yelling about. Nobody's making a run for him when he has the ball in the mid. Lenny touches to really to nobody. Andy Clifford. Walsh gets it. Nice step in by Brindle. But just a space in the Blackhawks control. And we play it up the wing here.
Jerry's on his way.
Good. And that's Griffin. Brindle steps in. Nice little run. And Walsh sells. Lenny checks back and Bethel controls. Nice little step in by Mike Cartier to control. Trying to touch back, couldn't quite do it. This is Burdett. Burdett wins it. Bethel trying to switch fields now, but made him check back. Bethel's going to try to go long. Brindle taps it forward. A long header. Now Delamo with the head. Bethel trying to control. Burdett wins. But Bethel again comes away with it. Touch up the wing. Burdett trying to step in, and it's going to be a foul on Burdett. And it's a late whistle. I do believe Mike Cartier could get booked for this late tackle. Cartier is going to get a yellow card. It was a late challenge after the whistle, but it's kind of unfortunate. Bethel continued to play, and the Upper St. Clair speaking captain will get his yellow. Cartier not happy about it, and I can understand where he's coming from, but it was late. And he's going to have to come out for a little bit. We got two subs coming in. Yeah, that's Merritt. Rob Merritt's checking in. And who's the other one? Is that Cosentino? Yeah, so Cosentino's checking in. And Merritt, yeah, Merritt looks like he's playing. He's in for Chris Burke in the back line. Cosentino will be in the midfield replacing Cartier, so. Here's the big leg as we talked about from Colson. Frankly, this free kick's from midfield. He can probably put it fairly deep into the box. This is actually a fairly dangerous spot here for the Blackhawks. Adam's suggesting to me here that Burdett is actually moving back to left back where he's had some time before in the past, and Merritt's going to play his usual midfield position, which actually makes sense. And so I believe we have the lineup set. We're going to get back into play. Coach Schneider, I might mention, was not pleased about that call, and let him know about it. Ball's bending into the box. Nice back flick. Comboy's going to get it with a head. Nice check back from Palmieri, and unfortunately he's going to clear across the line. Quick throw in. Bethel controls. A lot of space here in the midfield. This is Paglia. Almost an errant touch. Cosentino trying to win it. Bethel again controlling it with superior possession in the mid, as I've mentioned. Cross, but to nobody. That's that last ball right now that's really eluding Bethel. It's going to be touched out from Cosentino. Bethel Park throw. Touch forward, and we got Walsh with time. Griffin up the wing, touching in. Nice possession in tight quarters. But they let it roll to nobody. Nice touch from Cosentino. Here comes Nick Palmieri with space. Looking for Lenny, going to try to use that speed. Really didn't need to give it up that fast. He had a lot of space, and that's what the Upper St. Clair coaches are saying. You had time. Touching forward, Roner can't make the play, and still kind of battling in the mid. Now it's centered. Clifford with time, back out to Walsh. Touches to nobody. Burdette. Now Palmieri has some space if he can get there, not quite. Touch forward. Try to do a little back heel, probably unnecessary. Roner trying to win it, but Bethel continues control. Clifford on the ball for Walsh. Walsh stepping in, sends it in with a nice little pass. Uh-oh, we got some space here down the left wing. This is Ethan Talbot, one-on-one on Brindle. Brindle, nice little play to control the cross. And they can let this roll because it's going to be a goal kick. Good stuff, Nate Brindle marking one-on-one. Very excellent effort, stood tall. We have another sub. Lenny's going to come off, and I believe this is Dave Steen, the freshman, coming on up front. He also has good speed, and going to try to get Lenny a break. Lenny's work rate in particular, solid. He's been checking back and doing a lot of good work. Roner trying to win, but Bethel controls again. Walsh out wide to Griffin. Steen almost with a touch on. Bethel once again controlling. Boy, nice little crossover. He's got space here. Bethel again, just keep controlling with very superior passing. Nice little cross by Griffin. Boy, that was almost a tackle in the box. It's got to be on Bethel Park. He basically tackled Eric Levine, and it's going to be a St. Clair kick. Right now, it just looks like Bethel's a step ahead in the midfield, and St. Clair's doing a lot of the chasing. And as a result, most of the good flurries of possession have been Blackhawks. But what's eluded them so far is that last pass. St. Clair back line stood tall, and they really haven't had too many very good goal opportunities despite the possession. That's Brindle, long. Steen wins it with his head. They're going to call that push in the back on the jump. It should be on Bethel, I would think. Yeah, that's going to be on Tyler Steinhaus, the captain. So St. Clair's going to get a decent opportunity here from about the 40-yard line on the football field. This is Eric Levine. Without Cartier as target guy, it'll be interesting to see who they try to send it to their head in the box. Nice little bender. Looking up, this is Delamo. He looked like he was the target guy in this case, and got a head on it, but not quite in. Yeah, St. Clair looks like they got a whole bevy of subs here ready to check back in. Delamo touches wide, out of bounds. Into the St. Clair cheerleading section. And we have 3 subs here. Roner gets replaced, as well as Palmieri and Burdette. And we have Michael Cartier checking back into the game, along with Chris Burke and Colin Fiduska. So Bethel's had very few subs, although they just made one of their first, Joe DeMarco, checking into the midfield, replacing Ethan Talbot. But hopefully that St. Clair will not wear down as quickly with the number of subs. Delamo turns and fires across. And it was deflected off a Bethel foot, and so it will be an Upper St. Clair throw-in. We have 18.5 left here in the first half. No score so far between Bethel Park and Upper St. Clair. Long throw by Levine. Cosentino wins it to his feet, but can't control. Bethel turns and tries to attack. Ooh, back flick. Nice move. They're going to call that on Cartier. Boy, it looked like he poked it away from Andy Clifford. There were some hands. So going to call that one, and Bethel will have a free kick just across the 40 here. And once again, Colson will take it. The left footer lines it up. Now goes deep, but that's probably too deep. And Marcast, that's just simply not legal. Yeah, that should be a card because that was an unnecessary collision. Anthony Caruso is going to get that one, the junior forward, and he's going to have to be replaced here by Ben Viermeyer. I mean, that ball was kicked way deep straight to the goalie. It wasn't like it was a 50-50 ball. That's one you got to call. So we have Marcast here on the goal kick. Has to Cartier, controls. Touches it wide. Boy, errant touch. Burke does a great job heeling it back into the field of play, but uh-oh, this is an errant pass, and this is trouble. Turns and fires. Wow, great strike, but a beautiful save by Marcast. Boy, Andy Clifford with a heck of a strike there. He turned in about the 18 and ripped one, but Hast up to the challenge. Costantino, now another turnover. St. Clair's got to be a little more careful with the ball right now. Touching forward, they have some space. Touching wide, this is Walsh. Going middle. He's got space again. Turns in, nice little play by Sean Conboy to clear. But Bethel wins it again. Bethel definitely the aggressors right now, winning all the 50-50 balls. Merritt trying to win it, cannot do so, but it's going to go across the out-of-bounds line for St. Clair, a throw-in. St. Clair's really got to pick up the aggression right now. Conboy with a little half bicycle. Cartier wins it, beautiful. That's just what the doctor ordered. Wow, that's pretty flagrant tackle right there, and St. Clair's going to win a free kick. Brindle touches. Delamo's got time, and he touches it again right to Bethel. Our midfielders got to realize they're not pressuring the ball, they're pressuring the passes. We have space, and we might want to carry a little bit. Brindle, calm, patient, cool. Over to Conboy. And Burke has space. You got to draw the defender before he plays. Here, Burke's got time. There we go. Merritt, Burke. Here's Cartier. Boy, Cartier had middle. He couldn't quite settle it. And Clifford again. Tried a tough little flick pass. Steen trying to win it. Can't do so. And Rob Merritt. It's going to be a Bethel throw. I don't exactly know what the call is here. Looks like they called a foul on St. Clair. I didn't see it, but it's going to be a kick rather than a throw. Colson tries to send it in. That's going to be Levine. Cartier can't get much foot on it, and Bethel's going to just come right back. Chipped in, there's nobody home. Hast coming out, beautiful aggressive play. Looked like a little bit of a miscommunication on the back line. Mark Hast, very, very solid so far. Very nice punt. Cartier flicks it back. That's a definite foul. Elbow right in the back, and it's going to be a St. Clair free kick just across midfield. Yeah, game's starting to get a little chippy here. These 50-50 balls, especially the ones in the air, they're starting to be a lot more forearms and pushing. And I guess that's what you expect when the rivals meet. Here's Levine. In-swinger. Steen tries to win it, can't do so. Touched out wide, and Bethel's got some space here. Touches forward, Walsh making a run. Burke can't win, and Bethel again has some space. There's a ball into the middle. It's left. Sold, now back to the middle. Touched back errantly, though. That's good across the line for a St. Clair throw. Got a little bit too cute there and paid for it. Colson trying to win it, can't do so. St. Clair throw. We got more white subs. Looks like Burdett's coming back in here. Palmieri is back in also, and Len Mills. So I believe we're back to almost the starters, actually, because Vince is going to leave. And Rob Merritt will be the only non-starter who is staying into the game here. He's going to actually move over to the other midfield spot to replace Vince. Touched forward. Merritt's got a little bit of space, looking for Lenny down the wing. Lenny's making a run, just entering the game, forcing the throw. Got space here. Oh, boy, I thought he had Palmieri looking for a run. He's going to get one middle. Cosentino touches and nobody running off him. So we have the Bethel Park goalie corralling it. He's throwing short to Walsh. Touching up. Burdett trying to win it. Can't do so. Clifford touching wide. Burke steps in nicely. Burdett battling. Walsh winning it. Walsh is still battling, and that's going to be a foul on Chris Burke. So Bethel Park with another free kick. Had a lot of free kicks from about this territory, and Colson's been putting them in the box fairly dangerously for the Hawks. Oh, now he touches short to Clifford, which would have been dangerous, except it was a little hard, and Palmieri stepped in. Now it's a high floating ball at the edge of the 18. Sean Comboy wins it with a head. Clifford controls, tries to touch wide. Levine, nice little dive. Clifford steps in, can't. Here comes Mike Cartier looking for the counter. He's going long to Cosentino up the wing. Cosentino tries to touch forward. He looks like he's got a little step. He falls down in the box trying to draw a foul. And it's going to be a dangerous play call, I believe. And it's going to be a Bethel Park throw. He was trying to draw a call. It looked like get a deep kick. He was probably exhausted from that run, but it was good work by him up the wing. Now Walsh has space. Nice little move up the wing here by Veermeyer, but unfortunately could not keep the ball in play, and the Panthers will get another throw-in. Cosentino, I think, is trying to call for sub. He is gassed, made a couple very long runs, and yeah, he's going to come out here, and it's going to be 19, I believe, is a freshman. I cannot remember his name. He did not play in the 2 previous games I've been to. Hopefully we can get that information for you probably at halftime. Now we touch middle. We got space here. Ball's played wide to Walsh. Walsh coming up the wing. Once again, Cartier with great effort. Checking back. Burke kicks it out off. No, I thought it was off a Bethel guy. It's not. Will be a Bethel throw. And we touch middle. Boy, a nice long ball played looking for Veermeyer running. He was trying to draw a corner kick, but he just kind of kicked it out of bounds. Could have been a foul on Burke, but it definitely was not a corner. By the way, 19 is Ashay Kumar. He is a freshman, as I thought. And coming in and getting some early PT here for the Panthers. They do play a number of young guys. Like I mentioned, Dave Steen is a 9th grader, as is Joey Palladino, who we've seen a bunch of. So now Kumar is leaving, and checking back into the game is Clay Roner. Haas for the goal kick inside of 10 minutes to go in the first half. Some hand fighting, nothing called. Burdett tried to win it. There's Cartier. Lenny's going to try to touch, can't win it. Just seem a little bit, almost a step slow today, does St. Clair, and just a little lethargic here in the first half so far. This is Burke. Nice long throw. Walsh keeps it in play. Carter wins it. Touch forward, now tapped over. Played back by Joe DeMarco, and here comes Bethel again. DeMarco regains. Nice little play by Merritt. St. Clair's being a little bit quick here on the counter. Had some space there, and unfortunately trying to go for the quick run. Here's Merritt. Wins it again. Rob's doing some good work here. Nick touches middle. Very nice ball. Roner now, oh, nice touch. This is Lenny. Lenny with the fire, far post, and it goes in. Boy, that was some great stuff. Rob Merritt wins it in the midfield, taps over to Clay Roner with a beautiful little through ball. Lenny Mills, as we talked about, when he has a guy on his back, you're simply not going to catch up with his speed. And the goalie tried to come out to cut the angle. He was kind of in no man's land. Lenny with a nice little toe poke goal. bend it just inside the left post side net. Panthers lead 1-0 with 8:45 left in the first half. That's a big goal, Adam. I'll tell you what, St. Clair strikes first. I think Bethel's gotten the better of play, but that's the nature of soccer. You've got to capitalize on your opportunities. St. Clair doing really good work on the counterattack. Yeah, Lenny Mills, that's something like his 7th goal of the season, leading the Panther cause. And I'd also like to point out that it seems like whenever a Panther gets 1, they usually get 2. That's been the pattern this year. So hopefully we haven't seen the last of Lenny scoring goals today. Here's Walsh. He taps wide. Bethel's got a little bit of space. They got a guy running in. Comboy heads it back to Hast. Good stuff by Sean, and Hast controls. Uwe is criticizing, it sounded like some of the forward work ethic. He's been very vehement here. I think it might be their spacing, actually, he's yelling about. Viermeier's got some space here. Burdett tries to win it, can't do so, and Walsh has a little bit of room on the right wing, tries to cut middle, but Rob Merritt, and that's probably a foul. Yeah, I think so. Cartier, do a little switch fields. This is Eric Levine. Levine touching, trying to touch to the sideline to Clay, couldn't quite find him, and Bethel get a throw about midfield. Looking up, bad touch. Rob Merritt going to win a St. Clair throw. Did a nice job there in some space, battling and winning. And Levine was either deflected now. I think it was just a little bit of a miss hit off the outside of the foot. Bethel Park throw. Bethel trying to turn and control. Colson over to Steinhaus. Steinhaus wide to Walsh. Burdett on. Checking back from the mid. Trying to touch forward. Canino. Viermeier. Burdett slides in a little late, but Bethel maintains the advantage. Nice little touch forward here. This is Vince Canino running up the wing. Looking for the cross. Boy, dangerous in the box. Wow, bounces unfortunately for Bethel, but fortunately for the Panthers over Wild's head. This is calling deep. And he crosses into the box. There's some space, but Bethel can't quite touch it. Again, it's that last touch. Hast comes off his line, makes the play, and we'll punt it away here. Hast goes long and deep. Nick tries to run on, touch it wide, and said he got his elbow up, and it's going to be a Bethel kick. The ref's going to warn Palmieri. I'm not exactly sure what he said. He had his elbow up, but you know, like we talked about, the 50-50 balls are getting a little bit chippy, and I think the ref's going to try to nip it in the bud before it gets out of hand. This is Walsh. Touch in the middle, way too much space. Oh, turns, he's got a little bit. Turn looking to fire. Sean Comboy again on the control. But Bethel still has it. Walsh has done great work on the right wing. Very dangerous stuff. Nice little crossover. Cartier steps in, can't control. Little give and go. Nice stuff, Burdett. Lets it roll across the line. Bethel. Walsh is going to look for the throw. Walsh with the switch field, and there is room there for deep. And it's another foul on Upper St. Clair. Boy, the St. Clair sideline not happy about that one. It's going to be on Palmieri again. He just kind of shakes his head. So this is a dangerous place to have a set piece, obviously. Colson again. Boy, that was almost a waste of effort, but not Levine clears it. That's not what you wanted from that position. It couldn't have been. Nice little turn. Lenny working. Burke touches. And Lenny heading forward. Going to try to win it to himself. Lenny's a little frustrated. You can tell that nobody's running off him. I mean, he's trying to head it to somebody and ended up heading it to himself. So here we go. Here's the Blackhawks. Nice little step in there. That's Clay Roner again. Can't quite win it, but that's exactly what the doctor ordered for the Panthers. A little bit of a pressuring some of these possession passes. Space. Crossfield, Talbot. Deep. Now he's looking long ball. Sees Viermeier streaking, but he's not going to get there, and it is going to cross across the St. Clair end line for a goal kick. Bethel has preferred the gradual build-up with the possession in the midfield. St. Clair's more of a longer counter-strike team. They went for the long ball there and couldn't quite capitalize. So Mark Hast on the goal kick with 3.5 remaining in the first half. The Panthers 1, the Blackhawks nothing. Hast goes long. Header, and it's up in the air. Burke's going to try to win it. Some hand fighting. Now this is Sean. Touching to Burke. Nice touch wide. Ken Burdett keeping in, not quite. Going to roll across the out-of-bounds line for a Bethel Park throw. Blackhawks key it in. And now it's back to Walsh. Carries forward. Burdett can't quite win it. He touches DeMarco. Wide to Veermeyer, just beyond his reach. Burke looking forward. Can't find anyone. Lenny couldn't find it, unfortunately. Now it's touched out by Bethel. It's going wide to Palmieri. Good long throw by Burdett. Couldn't quite win it, and Bethel's got some space here. Talbot touching forward. Nice check back by Cartier to win it. Levine. Now Talbot again. And here's Deep with a little room to Talbot. Trying to touch back to Deep. Can't find him, but Bethel saves. Touches middle. Cartier with a nice little toe poke, but Levine can't control. Here's Conboy stepping up. Plays the high long one. Steinhaus wins it in the air. Walsh touches. Bethel looking to counter. Touches, can't win it. Rolls across the end line, or the sideline, excuse me. Chris Burke will key it in for the Panthers here with 2 minutes left. Burke looking down the field, Merritt heads. To the middle, Cartier, nice poke by Cartier. Looking forward, here comes Lenny, nice touch by Palmieri. Look how fast Lenny is. Lenny with a fire, far post, he's gonna score again, just like we talked about. Those Bethel defenders are very aggressive. They move forward into the play, and when they do, a quick counter strike for the St. Clair Panthers. Boy, let me try to recap that one for you. It was good stuff. Mike Cartier with a little toe poke, and when Nicky saw Lenny streaking for the goal, he made a nice little through ball. And Lenny Mills, when he's one-on-one, even when they're even, he was even with Steinhaus, the Bethel captain. Lenny is just simply too fast, and a nice little strike, wound it almost the same place as the first goal off the side net. And Lenny with his second goal of the game, 8th of the season. The Panthers lead 2-0, big goal at the end of the first half. Here's Levine. Levine with the long ball, looking for Nick running on. And that's going to be on Nick with a little bit of a push. Now they're going to call obstruction on Bethel Park. Say he wasn't playing the ball. I disagree wholeheartedly with that call. You see that obstruction called usually when somebody's not moving forward towards the ball, like even they're attempting to make a play. But he was at least doing enough to make it look like he was, trying to play the ball, even though he was shielding Nick. So with inside of a minute here, this is a dangerous set piece. Palmieri right into the wall. Nick taps it back wide, can't quite get it through. This is dangerous here. This is Colson, the sweeper. Got a guy cutting. Burke, very calm, nice little sell. And turns and plays it out of bounds. Very smart. What's the problem here? The coach just looks like he's just picked up a yellow card. And he's still arguing his point, but with 30 seconds left in the first half, the Bethel Park coach, Mike Gallietta, has picked up a yellow card. They thought they were going to key the ball in, but did not. I believe it's a throw-in. He's still waiting. The referee had not keyed the play back in. He's still booking the coach. Now here we go. Colson's going to try to play it in the box probably quickly. No. Nice step in by Roner. Lenny touches forward. Here comes Nick trying to run on. And Nick's going to get a foul. Frankly, there's only 10 seconds left, so it really isn't a big deal at this point. Bethel trying to go along with it. Good job by Levine.
2, 1.
And that's going to be halftime. Wow, Lenny Mills once again, the star so far of the first half. He has netted 2 for the Upper St. Clair Panthers, and it will be USC 2 and Bethel Park 0 at halftime. We'll catch you in the second half. We rocking? All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for the second half. Upper St. Clair took a 2-0 lead into halftime here with both goals scored by senior striker Lenny Mills. And although Bethel has gotten the better of the possession, especially in the midfield, St. Clair is more of a counterattack, quick strike team, and you saw it. Lenny Mills using his superior speed and some beautiful through balls to take the only goals. Bethel is ranked number 1 in the Whitbills preseason in soccer, so this is no pushover St. Clair is playing. I look for them to come out strong. That was Delamo clearing all the way to the Bethel goal. Now, this is a different starting lineup for the Panthers. Actually, Rob Merritt is running up front here with Paul Mary. I don't know if Lenny's now just walking to the sidelines. I don't know if he has an injury problem. Let's hope not for the Panthers. Here's Clay battling, trying to win a throw, couldn't do so. Lenny's walking very slowly toward the bench on the St. Clair sideline. He's not. His body language is not looking like he's going to return, but we'll see. Yeah, he has his shin guards. I might be reading too much into this, but he is so important for the Panthers. Bethel trying to win it here to the middle. Plenty of time. Touching back. And Robbie Merritt running up front, expending a lot of energy, but making them work quick. Here's a nice little in-swinging ball. Bethel running onto it. Hast coming off his line and fisting it away. Beautiful, aggressive play by Mark Hast. Burke fighting, trying to step in, can't do. And Bethel again. Clifford trying to backheel, nobody home. Roner up front, looking for Nick, can't get there. Clifford wins it back. Here's Merritt. Now touched forward. Levine on the head. And Colson looking for Walsh, and Walsh has it with space and little time. Now he runs out of space. Boy, gets through, nice little step through. Nice check back, and now the foul is called. He had advantage, but I guess still the ref felt the foul was continuing. Coming on way, way high, and not really a very effective shot on net there, as sails way over net for a Panther goal kick. Bethel playing with a little bit of a sense of urgency early on. 2 goals is an awful lot in soccer, as you know, and they're looking for try to get an early one and stem the momentum tide. So Hast on the goal kick here. Plays it up towards Cartier. Headed by Bethel. Back into the zone. Touched by Brindle up, and this is Merritt. Toward the sideline. Here comes Rob. Running over. Walsh turns. And it's going to be out of bounds off Burdette. Bethel throw. Boy, he moved way up. Yeah, and referee is going to make him back up. I was going to say he was way forward from where the ball went out of bounds. Throwing it to Clifford here with time. Nice possession here, but it's harmless because it's among the back line. And they're again, the Bethel back line is very far forward. Not as dangerous for the counter with Lenny, but that's the type of thing that happens. Cartier wins one ball. Palmieri is sprung. Looking for a trip, no call. And Bethel will control with plenty of time. But that's what we've talked about. That's how the 2 goals have happened. When your defense is that far forward, one errant pass, counterattack, very susceptible. Touches over. This is Clifford again. Cartier's on him, but he runs, switching the field by himself. Burke tried to step in. Cartier tips back. Brindle forward. Cartier looks like he's hurt a little bit. And they tried to touch it forward here, but it's going to roll across the end line for a Panther goal kick. One thing you can't really necessarily expect in this area at this time of the year is a day this hot. It's over 80 degrees today. It's very humid. I'm sure it's really going to factor into some of the conditioning. Fatigue is definitely going to set in for the guys who are playing a lot of minutes. Hast with a low kick right up the middle. Bethel trying to win it, and it's going to be obstruction on Vince Delamo, and Bethel's going to control with a free kick. Looking right around the 30-yard line. And again, it's going to be Colson. Dangerous on right to the far post. And nice little head by Brindle. It's going to be a goal or a corner kick, I believe, but Nate did a nice job getting that out of trouble. It was very well placed. So we have a corner kick, and it's going to be the quick restart here. It's going to be bent in right on the far post, headed, just wide. Bethel's best opportunity by far of the game. And that was Walsh coming up from the right defense spot. Tried to head it into the far side and just missed. But boy, what a beautiful, dangerous ball. St. Clair's got to be a little more attentive on the corner. He had plenty of space. Yeah, that was a beautiful setup by Bethel. They did a great job there. They kind of got unlucky not to get one there. Hast plays long. Headed up and out of bounds. Levine going to take his time. Clay shielding. Touches back nicely. Levine going long again. Here comes Paul Mary. Bethel keeper out of his box. Foster and making the play. But a good idea by the Panthers. Frankly, they've had so much success with that approach. Roner battling on. Turns and touches. Coming middle. Nice little step through there, Caruso. Here's Walsh again. Looking for the through ball. Step in nicely, Sean Conboy. Nice little back heel, Delamo and Cartier out of trouble. No foul. Mike got kind of sandwiched there. Walsh tips wide, and Brom has time. Roner touches through. Looked like a little bit of obstruction, nothing called. Here comes Rob Merritt. Checking forward, looking for some space. Stolen back by Brom. Merritt was looking for obstruction, no call. Cartier checking back, trying to cut off Clifford, can't do so. Paglia shoots on net, way wide. Hast comes off and makes the catch without a problem. Looks like Bethel's strategy in the second half is a little more aggressive in terms of just getting the ball on cage. Going to test mark Hast, but Hast has been well up to the challenge thus far. Palmieri trying to head it on, but he's going to go off the Bethel defender, I believe, for a St. Clair throw, I think. Yeah. Burke down the wing. Colson and Merritt battling. Robbie's going to win it. Nice little touch forward by Rob Merritt. That's a definite foul. He's arguing that he was right on the ball, which he was, but he two-hand shoved him over the ball then to win possession. That was more with the body, not on the ball. This is Merritt on the cross. It's a dangerous little set piece. It's better than a corner kick because it's got a better angle. Merritt's going to look for the right-footed in-swinger. A little bit low. Nice play by Walsh, but it's back to him. Can he settle and get it back in? Crosses. Headed up by Burdett. Cartier came on, couldn't quite get there. But that was a nice little chance for the Panthers, trying to turn the momentum a little bit here. Nice steal. This is Burdett. He's got a little space. Wow, that could have been a tackle. They called it. I'm not exactly sure what the anger about that call is. It was a clear foul. Not only that, St. Clair had the advantage. That might have been a more dangerous situation to let it play out. So St. Clair's a free kick inside the 20 here, and this will be Nick Palmieri waiting for the say-so. Palmieri keeps it low and on the ground. Not a real dangerous attempt. Nick is not pleased with that, but frankly, it's on net, and it kills time. You got a 2-0 lead. Keep putting the ball on cage. Maybe something good will happen. And Cartier wins with his head. And here comes Mike again. Walsh with an errant touch, and that's going to be a foul on Walsh. And that should be a yellow card for kicking the ball away and stopping play, but he's not going to get that. Now, I mean, he really doesn't have much to complain about. Even if it was a ticky-tacky foul, he was the one who turned the ball over and put himself in a bad position. Here comes Levine. That's a little deep, and it's going to look like over the crossbar. A little deeper than Eric would have wanted, but he's the guy you like taking those. His ball sailed beautifully into the box, usually very dangerous. So we got 30 minutes left in the second half here. The Panthers with a 2-0 lead. Colson's going to bring this one back in on the goal kick. Roner can't get his head on it. Bethel turns. Looks to attack. Clay wins it back. Levine here. Nice touch, Delamo. Clay with space to Cartier. Nice turn. Little head fake and a turn. Cartier looking forward to Nick. Can't quite keep it in play. Throws it forward. Cartier's going to win it. And Cartier's going to get called for the foul. He went forward to the man and kind of sealed him before he could get to the ball. Vince on the head. There's Levine. Clifford winning it again. Nice little tip by Cartier. And it's going to be another foul. Oh, this is his second yellow. This is going to be a red card. How is that a yellow card? That's awful. Boy, that's absolutely atrocious. The game is getting more and more physical. He actually got a toe poke on it, and because he followed through with contact, they gave him a yellow card, a second yellow and a red. That's absolutely horrendous. And not only that, he misses the Char Valley game next Tuesday. That's just over officiating and bad stuff. You don't like to see a game decided like that. And to penalize St. Clair by having them remove their center midfielder, their captain, for not only the rest of this game, but for next game, to me is horrible officiating. Boy, Cartier must be beside himself, and I feel for him, to be honest. I mean, it would have been one thing if that was a clear tackle with an advantage. He toe-poked it first before the contact on the body was even made. Yes, it's a foul. Borderline foul, in my opinion, certainly not a yellow card, and especially now when you already had a yellow. Boy, so St. Clair's going to have to play a man down now. That is very, very difficult with 30 minutes left in this game. St. Clair's going to have to really up their effort. Now, dangerous ball into the box. Nice, poked away. Nick's got some space here. He has Cosentino, who entered the game here recently. Nice stop and go by Nick. Cosentino's trying to stay on sides and still make a run. Nick controls. Turning middle, he has Clay streaking. Can't quite get to him, but good work by Nick up the left wing. Nick touches. Can Burdett keep it alive? He will. Brindle touches. I guess you don't. And that's going to be a foul on Bethel Park. Yeah, I apologize. I had said the Panthers had to play a man down. Actually, that was a yellow card accumulation. You do not have to play a man down in the WPIAL when I believe you do if it's a hard red. That's a soft red accumulation of yellows. So St. Clair will still have 10 men, but the loss of Mike Cartier is a big one. So this is Nick, kind of pushed off the ball. Nice little play by Walsh. Touches forward, and here's Clifford with some room. Clifford's looking up, trying to switch fields. He will do so. Caruso's got space. He's cutting middle. Delamo tried to run him off, couldn't do so. Caruso still carrying, long run. Trying to touch up the sideline, still has it. Not rolled out of bounds. He's holding the ball and delaying game, and no card there, of course. Burke throwing the ball up. Nick heads it and controls. Nice stuff by Nick Palmieri, very patient. Burke would have been well advised to take his time there. Now it's touched forward. Levine, nice little turn, keeping the ball in play. Here's Cosentino. Trying to seal and go. Nice play by Cosentino. He's getting, boy, that is obstruction right there, as sure as we're sitting here, and they got it. That's unquestionable. That's not even a close call. And it looks like the Bethel Park coach is finally going to get run out of the game, which he's been begging for almost the last 10 minutes. No, this is the Bethel assistant, I believe, now. So now the Bethel assistant has a red card. I don't know if he's going to be removed from play or what. Really kind of is irrelevant. This will be Rob Merritt. He's going to have to wait till the ref keys this ball in. I have a feeling if this game stays not within one goal, it's going to get really, really ugly in the last 20 minutes. Merritt, nice bending ball. Bethel with it does a nice job to head it, trying to counter here. Talbot's got space, and it's Talbot. That should be a St. Clair throw. Yeah, it is. And what are they? I don't know what they're discussing. The ball was clearly played off the Bethel player for a throw. Well, now the winding's over. It will be Clay Roner triggering the ball in. Wow, that's dirty. That should be a card, and it is. He came up with a blatant elbow to the back of the neck, and that's on Mike Brom. But the Bethel kids are kind of losing their cool right now. I think they're reacting to their coaches and their and a lot of the fans who, instead of worrying about playing the game and trying to get back into this game, which they were really doing a beautiful job of, now they're really getting on to the officials. And unfortunately, you've got to keep your focus when you're down 2-0. Merritt, I mishit that one. It's going to go right to the goalie, kind of off the side of his foot. Didn't get any bend on it. I know. So here's Clifford going long. Playing deep. Boy, he is really fast down the wing, Kyle Young is. Trying to win it. Nice little play by Burke, but it will be a corner kick. Kyle Young is small, but he is very fast. And he used his speed advantage there to draw a corner kick. But it was nice work by Chris Burke coming all the way across the field. He's the other side marking back and, to help out Nate Brindle. So here comes Colson. Coming forward from his sweeper spot to take another corner kick. This one's going to be bending away from the net. Keeps it low, not very effective, but uh-oh, here it comes. This is a dangerous spot. But unfortunately, you can't do much with it. Half the Bethel team is in an offside position, so Talbot kicks it harmlessly across the goal line. Might mention Officer Powell is now on the Bethel Park side doing a fine job of crowd control. And Lenny Mills checking back into the game, which is good news for Panther fans and players alike. Lenny's the dangerous one, and the farther Bethel pushes forward, more dangerous he is. And I do believe Fadu is checked back in. No. Yes. Nice touch by Nick. Wins it, and here we go, looking for Lenny on the counter. This is what we talked about. Steinhaus is sprinting out. He'd be best to play this ball out of bounds. He tries to keep it in, and it's going to be on Lenny. Boy, that's dangerous to try to shield Lenny off the ball, because if you miss, he's gone. I think I'd have played it across the out-of-bounds line, but Steinhaus is the captain. He did a very nice job there. Here we go, playing the Wild with space. And Merritt trying to touch it. Fadu is making a run, and Bethel will control. Caruso with space. Now he kicks it back to Wild. Wild's going to use the left wing here. He's going to try to cross it into Young. And Marcast, very patient and calm back there. Staying deep in his cage and playing it without a problem. I don't mean to downplay how well Mark Hast has done the last couple games. Really, I mean, shutouts are a team effort, obviously, but Mark has been very solid on the back line. And here comes Bethel. Again, their defenseman running forward, trying to get into the attack. This is Talbot. Trying to kick it forward. Nice little ball. This is kind of dangerous. Going to try to cross it, but the ball stays in play. Great stuff by Brindle. Here's Wild with space and time. Plays it forward. This is their man Clifford, who's triggered most of the attacks. Trying to chip into the box. Levine heads away. Griffin. And they're going to call a hook on, looks like Feduska's going to get called, and pretty dangerous opportunity here, just outside the 18, and going to be Griffin on the set piece here. Into the box, very dangerous ball. Great stuff by Mark Haas, playing the ball at its highest point on a line. Boy, the back line and Haas in particular have been outstanding, and that's why St. Clair has not allowed a goal since the kickoff classic, which was on a PK, no less. And they knock over Palmieri, and they are actually going to finally call that. Nick was getting very frustrated. He got knocked like a pinball. We have just under 23 minutes here left in this contest. It's going to be a little bit longer than we would have expected with some stoppages, some bookings and such. But the Panthers do lead 2-0. Now this ball is chipped in by Brindle. Merritt's trying to run onto it. Steinhaus plays it up in the air, but out of bounds, and it's going to be a Panther throw. This would have been Matt McClintock territory last year, but unfortunately he's used up his eligibility, but Burdett's going to take it. And that's a pretty solid effort, looking for Lenny. Can't quite get him there. Oh, Fadu trying to get a little jumping kick, but he couldn't do it. But Fadu's going to win it back. Good effort. Can he turn? Nice step over. Looking for Palmieri, can't find him. And Bethel's looking to counter. Vince stepping on. Clifford controls. And it's going to be a foul on a little bit of a trip, I guess. And Andy Clifford, with his excellent play in the midfield, draws another foul. Here we go, playing forward. Young shielding. I'm sure Uwe doesn't necessarily like those fouls hacking from behind at the 40 because with Colson's leg, it kind of gives him a chance to, get some floater balls into the box where anything can happen. Here's another one of them. Headed towards goal, just wide, wow. Boy, Paglia had a chance to put that one away near post. Haas was in pretty good position, to be honest, but took that just wide outside the right post. And another good scoring opportunity for Bethel Park. We cannot keep giving up free kicks on our side of the field. Colson is too big of a weapon with his free kicks. Do we have some subs here? I don't know. Yeah, it looks like some St. Clair subs. Joey Palladino seeing his first action, replacing Burdett. Roner's going to check back in for Feduska. Haas plays low. Nice little give and go by Bethel. Griffin playing it over. Looking for the cross. And Clay Roner doing a nice job heading that away. Levine prevents a corner kick and plays it out of bounds. That's a very excellent heads-up play by Eric Levine. It'll only be a throw-in now. Throw deep in. One by St. Clair. Merritt trying to clear. Here comes Nick with some space. Very nice. He has Joey Palladino, the freshman, running on here with some room. Joey now crosses back and gonna win a throw-in for the Panthers. What did they call? I don't see how that works, but Bethel Park's going to get a throw-in. And the controversy continues as the St. Clair sideline not amused. Ball's thrown in. Nice step in by Vince. Bethel controls. Touches wide. Wild has a little bit of time now to nobody. Vince, but unfortunately right back to him. Clay was coming on, and it's a foul on Roner. In order to keep the game from getting out of hand, they're getting a little whistle happy here, but Bethel on a restart. Oh, Lenny almost got that, but here comes Bethel. Clifford trying to get fancy again, but he has had more success with just making his strong runs. Wild with an in-swinger. Conboy again. Very nice winning the ball with his head. He's a tall kid and does a great job in the air. And Nick presses forward looking for Lenny, but more importantly, this takes some time off and takes the heat out of becoming a hot kitchen. And here comes Colson. They're going to switch fields once again. No. Thought better of it. Coming back far side. Walsh. Steinhaus. And here's Griffin with time and space. Looking to play long. Second half, they're playing a little more long, trying to get a goal quicker. Nice play by Nate Brindle. And Levine with a left footer, clearing it out of danger. Bethel trying to put it back in on the head. Touchdown. Here comes Griffin. Conboy, and they did get the handball on Bethel Park. So it will continue. Played up. Here's Palladino. Joey touches back. Burke to space. This is the luxury of having a 2-goal lead. You can play to space if they're going to push up that hard, and hope you connect on a long ball. And it's been a good strategy so far, and that would be a high boot. I mean, that kid's about 5'6", and he went down for the head ball. I'm very surprised that you get a yellow card on that, but I guess it was a little bit dangerous, and so Merritt's going to go out with a yellow. And this is Ashay Kumar back in. Games like this, neither sideliner is happy with the officiating. It's kind of interesting to watch. Tried to drop back to the goalie. I'm not sure what exactly Bethel was trying to do there. That's the first time St. Clair's really pressured their back guys hard in a while, and they didn't respond well at all. Now this is Chris Burke. Down the wing, trying to head it, but this is Nick. Nick with a nice little header. Lenny's got some room. Oh, can't quite play. Nice play by Colson to poke it away with his toe. Ashay trying to win it. Joey pressuring. Walsh looking wide. Joey Palladino putting nice pressure on. Walsh is going to the corner flag. I don't know why he would be trying to waste time. Touches middle and turns. Ah, nice play by Paglia. He has some room. Nice play by Sean Conboy. They had a guy running. Brindle. Delamo didn't know there was a guy on. You got to communicate a little better. Here comes Bethel again. This is Young. Wide, nice play. Way to step in by Levine. Clifford wins it. He's juking. What was the call there? No, it's a foul on Clifford. He still doesn't agree with it. I didn't really see the initial call, but yeah, Adam's telling me he went in studs up. I will believe him, and we'll move on. Yeah, that was the continuation after the whistle when he kept playing. That was, you saw Cartier get a yellow earlier doing exactly the same thing. Levine into the box. Clay couldn't quite get underneath it. Pretty good ball, but it's going to go away for a goal kick, and that's kind of harmless at this point because you're wasting time and still making some decent attempts on net. It's good stuff from St. Clair here. Now Merritt's checking back in. And Lenny Mills is going to take. I wonder if Lenny's not feeling well or something. He's gotten a lot of subs. Maybe he's cramping or dehydrating or something. Because like we said, he was walking out after halftime. He was the last guy to leave. He might have been getting treatment. Boy, if he's not feeling well, that's a heck of an effort. Clifford went into his feet. I thought it was handball myself, but going to play on. Clifford again. Colson now making an aggressive run from his sweeper spot. Trying to play a ball down the wing. Brindle, nice hustle to play it out for a throw-in. So Talbot was making a run down the left wing, but Brindle quick and also obviously very strong. Here's Clifford giving him way too much room from here. We've seen him strike the ball. That was struck very wide, but I don't think I'd be giving him a whole lot of space from there. He's put a couple on cage and very dangerous, no less. He's been excellent today for the Blackhawks, that's for certain. So with 14 minutes left and the Panthers still holding on to a 2-0 lead, Hast will put the ball back in play. This one's low. Palladino trying to win it, but Walsh will. Touches forward looking for Young, the speedster. And very smartly played out of bounds by Conboy. He's a very poised kid. You don't want to deal with any counter. You want to get numbers back. This is Palladino. Nice little turn by Walsh. He's cheating forward from his back spot, and Conboy steps in and pokes it out again. Excellent stuff from Sean Conboy tonight from start to finish. Very consistent. Throws the ball in. Now trying to flick it over him. Some hand fighting here. Bethel's got it in dangerous, in deep, and it's going to be a goal. Boy, it looked like some miscommunication on the back line, and I believe it was Caruso who finally got the last foot on it and puts it in the net. Bethel had really been attacking hard around the cage for a while. Boy, and it's a 2-1 game. It is a whole different soccer game at this point. Upper St. Clair has got to regroup and do some counterattacking because Bethel is pushing forward very hard right now. There's Palmieri. Touching back. This is Burke. Burke looking for Ashe, the freshman. Stepped in and wins it. Steinhaus coming back. Looking for the long ball. Burke plays it out. It's a Bethel throw-in. This is dangerous stuff. And it's going to be a Panther throw somehow, or is this guy going to overrule him? A lot of conferences and such today. So I guess it's not a change. They gave it to Bethel. It was, I mean, that's the right call. No, they didn't. All right, well, hard to say what the heck's going on, but Young with some space. Sean Conboy trying to win it again. I'll tell you what, he followed through, but he's right on the ball. Oh, it's a quick restart. You got to watch out for Clifford. On cage. Wow, off the crossbar. He got space, and it's a goal. And it's going to be Caruso again, and just like that, it's a 2-2 ball game. And there's something going on now. And it's another card given away. It's a red card this time. On who? I thought it was a red card. I don't know. Hard to know what's going on in this game. The refs have lost total control. Here's Brindle. So it's a different game, 2-2 game. Bethel getting 2 quick goals in the span of 2 minutes. And St. Clair's basically right now got to either regroup and hold on for a tie or try to somehow get a counter. Lenny's back in. This is Nick with some space. Nick with a nice turn. That's definitely a foul. So Bethel's setting up their defense. Here comes Levine. They got the wall set up. It'll be interesting to see what Levine tries to do with this. Just outside the 20. And now it's 10. Now it's going to be Palmieri. No. It is Levine. Levine mishits way high. So we're at 2-2 here with 11 minutes left. I don't think so. Played long. Space trying to shield. Nice little turn here by Bethel. Caruso again. He has both the goals for Bethel. Mills with both for St. Clair. Paglia. Clifford. Wild. Levine steps in. Here comes Lenny. Colson smartly turns and corrals. And it's going to be played off Mills' foot for a Bethel throw. Lots of space for Griffin. Here's a long run. One too many touches and Brindle clears. Burdette trying to swing it through. That's going to be a St. Clair throw. Burke takes it. That's an absolute push by Steinhaus. No call. Nice turn by Walsh. Looking for Caruso running. No harm. Passed off his line. Haas going high here. Out of play. Nick trying to win it. No, elbows high and got Nick Palmieri. Nope, they didn't. They got Actually, Clifford. There was both guys with their elbows high there. I thought Nick got him on the follow-through, but on the actual attack, I believe it was Clifford. Be interesting to see what they do here. Looks like Brindle's going to restart it quickly here to Merritt. Merritt inside. It's a little dangerous. Coming down there, Ken Burnett now he got off his head. Bethel goalie saves it from going across, and he's going to punt it away. Inside of 10 minutes. 2-2 game. I can't figure out what's going on here. St. Clair's going to throw it back in here. Constantino in, Mills back out. He's trying to make a go of it. There must be something wrong with Lenny. But without Lenny and without Mike Cartier, who's been he's out on red cards, very tough going for the Panthers. Probably their two most experienced guys. This is Constantino. Nice work in traffic. Levine. Merritt. Nice touch outside. Clay tries to sell. Now he's got nice touch up. Looking for Levine cutting. No, that's Constantino, excuse me. And Bethel clears. Nice head by Caruso. This is Kyle Young. Now to Caruso. Stepping on. Passed out. Makes the play. Nice stuff by Sean Comboy. Coming out and shielding his man. Hast. Kick. Cosentino again. Nice touch. Oh, couldn't quite get it to Palmieri. He really settled it nicely. Burke getting up. Comboy. Keeping it in play with the long ball down the left sidelines. Palmieri wins it nicely. This is Merritt. Oh, unfortunately, Walsh made a nice play there. And Steinhaus is down. So with 8 minutes left, we have an injury timeout here. The game is tied at 2. Bethel with 2 late goals inside the 15-minute mark, coming within about a minute and a half of each other, and the game is tied. Senior captain Tyler Steinhaus is the player down and injured right now, and receiving some medical attention from the St. Clair training staff. Both teams will return to their respective sidelines, get a little breather. The refs are warning each sideline that you can only get a break, but you can't do any coaching. It's not an official timeout. So we're going to start it up here again pretty soon after the injury. It's going to be a white ball here. Merritt on the free kick. Now it will be, looks like Nate Brindle's going to come up and take it. It is inside the 40, so if you can get it into the box, look for a hop or a header. Stranger things have happened. Brindle chips it up nicely, looking for Nick on a far post. Couldn't quite get it there. Nice head by Bethel. Turned and cleared. Uh-oh, here. There's plenty of space up the wing here with Caruso. Caruso touching over Griffin. Talbot. And here's Clifford again, triggering as he usually does. Talbot touches Griffin. Bethel just playing possession. Talbot touches forward. This is Clifford trying to sell it. And thought they were making a run down the wing, but it's going to go out of play. He thought Matt Griffin was making a run down the left wing, but Griffin had stopped, not wanting to get in an offsides position. It's going to be a goal kick for Upper St. Clair. with inside of 7 minutes left. We are knotted at 2. Steinhaus, the player who was injured just recently, will be re-entering the game now. Hast, goal kick. Talbot gets his head on it. Caruso trying to turn. Delamo, nice little back heel to himself, wins it, and switches fields. Steen, Burke, slide tackle out of bounds. St. Clair ball. Burke going to try to go long down the sideline. This is Costantino, can't quite settle it. Paglia turns. He controls, touches middle. Now they try to switch fields themselves. And unfortunately, this is Clifford with space. He is very dangerous. Clifford middle to Talbot. Now he touches, but to nobody, and Steen forward. Here's Nick. Nick trying to turn on Steinhaus. Steinhaus trying to slide tackle away, can't. Nick still carrying. They're pulling his jersey, and it's going to be another penalty on Bethel Park. Nick Palmieri doing some great work, about 1-on-6, carrying it. Nick is really an excellent guy on the ball. No, they called it on Nick. There was some mutual jersey tugging. I'm surprised you'd call a foul on a guy who was 1-on-5, but that's what we see, and Bethel Park will look to restart. Colson long. Boy, vicious collision there. Bethel's going to control it. Talbot's trying to touch back. Delamo can't win. Now they touch sideline, but nobody home. Levine will let it fly. Across the line for a Panther throw-in. You can see a little fatigue setting in on both sides. Now Bethel worked so hard to get back into this game. Some of their guys, I think, are a little tired. And Levine touches out of bounds. Some miscommunication there from Levine and Burdett, and it'll be a Bethel Park throw. Clifford looking for the cross. And it's a substitute. Steinhaus back out of the game. Tried to give it a run and just couldn't quite do so. I think he has a cramp, actually. It looks like it's how he's stretching. Ball's played back in the middle. Here comes Paglia. Touches over, and Clifford to Talbot. Now touches back. Deep's got a lot of space. Touches forward to Young. Nice play by Rob Merritt. Merritt turns, looking for Costantino. Can't touch to Nick. He checks back. A collision, no call. And once again, Clifford, who seems to have just unlimited energy. Merritt's going to get a call there, tried to poke it away. Once again, you have Colson in a very dangerous spot. Bethel's starting to get some of these balls, some of these 50-50 balls in the box, starting to win them down to feet and score. They've scored 2 goals. Nice play by Burdett, and that's going to be Bethel. What? Burdett won the ball cleanly. The kid pushes him, and somehow it's a foul on Burdett inside of the 20-yard line. I'm frankly shocked at that call, especially in this situation with 3 minutes left. You would give a call on a 50-50 situation like that. But this is Griffin and Deep standing over the ball. Be interesting to see what they do. Griffin probably a little in-swinger to the near post. Far post, excuse me. Here it is, chipped in. Oh, this is dangerous. Boy, just missed. Miscommunication. Boy, Caruso almost got his third there. He was making a run off the far post. Very dangerous ball. Nice ball by Griffin. So inside of 3 minutes, still tied at 2. St. Clair kind of trying to survive here. An onslaught by Bethel. In case you are just joining us, Mike Cartier, subject to a red card violation and not playing anymore. He's one of their captains. And Lenny Mills, another captain, a forward, St. Clair's leading scorer, and scored both goals today. Seems to be bothered by some sort of ailment and is on the sideline. So Panthers playing quite a bit shorthanded here. And another conference by these officials who, frankly, have looked disorganized and lost most of the afternoon. St. Clair was trying to make a sub on a goal kick. I don't really see what the problem is. Now, more than a few of these conferences have left me with my head scratching, so I'm not really surprised, but we will trigger the ball in with 2.5 left here, and it will be a Mark Hass goal kick. Clifford trying to head. Here comes Paul Mary. Cosentino trying to win it. Out and see that again. That looked like a 50-50 ball. Burke trying to get it. Oh, this is ridiculous. Now he's faking like he's shot in the face. This is, I mean, I feel bad if he's really hurt, but I think this is your typical soccer gamesmanship, which actually gives the sport a bad name. Not a vicious collision or anything. He shouldn't have been touching the ball on a St. Clair free kick. And the ref's not fooled by that. The ref's not throwing a card on that play. And he's fine. I think he was a little tired, buying a little break for himself, but he had no business touching the ball to begin with. It was a St. Clair free kick. Burke just went to get the ball. He happened to be there. And now he's going to stop and complain a little bit. Because of the stoppage of play, he's going to have to go off until the next whistle, that's tough for Bethel because he's, probably been their best guy today. He's still complaining. Doesn't he have to sit out because he went down? Now there's a lot of talking going on, but so Clifford is going to go off, and Burke's going to finally restart it after all of that. Here comes Brindle. Brindle playing it up. Merritt touching forward. That's a foul. And it's going to be called also. See if St. Clair takes their timer and then tries to play one in the box. I think that would be my strategy. Inside of 2 minutes, tied at 2. Merritt's looking to take it. Can he bend one in here on net? Beautiful ball by Robbie Merritt. Headed away. Touch back in by Delamo. Oh, what a save. Boy, that was ticketed for the upper left. Mark Foster with a beautiful save to touch that away. It's going to be a corner, but boy, that was a dangerous opportunity. Vince Delamo put that back in with the goalie trying to cheat out on the cross. This is going to be a corner with a minute and a half left, and it's going to be Merritt again. Very dangerous attempt by St. Clair. Beautiful stuff by Delamo. Merritt's taking his time. It's crossed a little wide. Conboy trying to go up. That's his specialty. Cosentino trying to wait for it to go down. Can't get there. This is Levine trying to center back in. Unfortunately, the guys are in offside position. Here's Paul Mary. He was in an offside position there saying. I thought he had checked back on, but no dice. There's a minute left. Colson's going to quick on the restart here. Colson going long. Trying to flick it. Oh, that's a foul. And Levine's going to get a yellow. Probably not. Eric's probably got to keep his cool a little bit better there. You don't want to be giving them a free kick in this position this late. He's going to also have to go off, and he's one of their better defensive players. This is going to be Roner back on to, looks like now play right back. So Griffin with inside of a minute left, and this game has not lacked for drama, that's for certain. Brindle trying to get ahead on it. Uh-oh, this is going to be a corner kick. Off the head of Nate Brindle. We're inside of 30 seconds. We got a sub, and it's going to be Clifford back, checking back in. I didn't think you could either, but apparently they can sub on a corner. Who knows? It's a beautiful corner in the box. That's Brindle winning it again. Merritt trying to get his head on it. Here's Burke. Can he turn and clear? He will. Jesus, big collision.
7, 6, 5.
And boy, this game's getting really ugly. And here comes Bethel over to thug it up a little bit. Is that the end of the game? Let's hope that's it, because it's about to be a brawl going on. Well, I believe that's your final score, 2-2. I don't believe there's overtime or anything in the regular season, but game ended about like it should have. 2-2, and the referees completely lost control of the game, unfortunately. Marred what was a superb effort from both teams. This is Gavin Williams, signing off. Good night. Well, I guess I was mistaken. We're going to play an overtime period instead. I'm not sure why, actually. It's a non-section game, but I guess the coaches agreed to it beforehand or something. Captains are out taking the coin toss. Is it golden goal in the overtimes, Mr. Callahan's just asking whether it's golden goal in the overtimes. Frankly, I have no idea. I've never seen an overtime in a non-section game to begin with. I would have to assume it is, but right now they have 10 minutes on the clock, and when the official timekeeper doesn't know what's going on, I mean, it's not been well communicated. 2-10's golden goal, Mr. Cal. 2-10's. So you heard it here. Once again, the Panthers will be without Mike Cartier in this overtime period, who already received a red card. And it's been a gutty effort so far, I'll tell you that much. Lenny Mills is going to come back in and try to give it a go. So 10 minutes on the clock. Panthers got 2 goals in the first half, both from Len Mills. The Bethel Park Blackhawks retaliated with 2 in the second half, both by Anthony Caruso. And thus, we are not at a 2. And we're going to an overtime period. The number 1 ranked Bethel Park Blackhawks, the undefeated Upper St. Clair Panthers, the heated rivals from just down Route 19. Nick Palmieri is not starting the overtime period. I don't know if he got a yellow card or something and can't start the, who knows what's going on at this point. Frankly, I don't mean to be leaving anybody who's watching this game in a lurch, but I can't figure out what's going on. And the referee is having another conference. Now they're discussing some at the Bethel Park sideline. And so it looks like St. Clair is going to get the kick in. Lenny, Constantino, touching back to Vince. Now wide. Burdett. Brindle. Burke. Burke playing wide. Burke to Steen. Delamo. Here's the steal by Clifford. Clifford drawing another foul. And here comes Matt Griffin. Now are they going to bring Colson up to take it again? Yes. No. Griffin's going to take it himself. Going to try to wind another one towards the far post. He hits it. Nice stinging low one. That's going to be Burke. Wow. And Clifford takes one in the face, and he's down again for the 18th time. Merritt hit the ball, looked like just off his face. Is he going to have to come out? No, he said he got up in time. So here we go. Brindle putting it back into play, looking for Lenny. Touch forward, Merritt. Steen. Steen wins it. Looking to play it out. Is this going to be a dangerous play call or what? Dangerous play on Griffin. Trying to play the ball from his back, and it will be an Upper St. Clair free kick. From just inside the 45-yard line on a football field, and Eric Levine's going to come over from the right side of the field to the left to take this ball. Nice long in swinging ball towards the post. Oh, it's over. Constantino almost got it. He was out of control and runs into the goalie. That's going to be a foul. Is it up? Burdett heading it down. Vince turns, looking to touch back to Levine. Now he touches to Sean Comboy. Comes up, looking for Constantino, can't get him. Colson trying to flip it up over his head, can't do so, and it's thrown for the Panthers. Burdett's going to try to trigger it in quickly. Looking for Robbie Merritt making a run. It's ball over, here comes Merritt. Couldn't quite get it. Colson clears. Looking up the wing, but it's going to roll across the out-of-bounds line. Throw in for Levine. Levine, he has Constantino here. Heading over. Stepping in, can't quite win it. Burdett. Here comes Constantino. Back to Levine. Levine turns, but unfortunately cannot corral it and go up the wing, and will be a Bethel Park throw-in. Clifford touches back. Now they switch fields to Walsh. This is Griffin, touch in middle. They got a little bit of space now to operate. Young. Gonna change field again. Here's Clifford, always dangerous. Touching over. A dangerous cross. Burke goes up and wins that one over Young. Levine, unfortunately, had more time than that. Kind of shanks it out of bounds, and it'll be a Bethel Park throw. Throwing it back in, now a touchback. Touches middle for Clifford. Here comes Walsh stepping in. Delamo trying to win it, cannot do so. Walsh maintains possession. Tough touches back to Paglia. Going wide. Dave Steen, nice little hesitation fake. Ball will roll out of bounds for a St. Clair throw. We got 6.5 left in the first overtime period. Golden goal, as we mentioned. Burke goes up top. Lenny trying to go up and get it, cannot. Here comes Clifford back. Nice touch through. I thought he was in an offside position. He wasn't. This is Young trying to turn. Nate Brindle, great stuff, standing like a stone wall. And Burke's going to eventually win it, and Brindle out of play for a Bethel Park throw. Throw it in quickly before St. Clair can get set. Steen trying to get it. Here comes Griffin. Cross to nobody. It was a dangerous cross, low and hard, but none of the Bethel guys really anticipated it, and it will go all the way out of bounds on the other side for a St. Clair throw. Looks like Nick Palmieri will be re-entering the game. For Constantino, did some great work. His work rate was outstanding. I give him tons of credit. Off the bench, a real spark for the Panthers. Nice long throw. That's him over the back right there, and they got it. The Bethel coach yelling it was unnecessary. There's no reason to try to win that ball. He's right. Gave St. Clair a throw and, a free kick. And, if they go along with this kick, all of a sudden you never know what can happen. It's going to be Levine again, who's really done a nice job with these longer balls today. It'll be interesting to see whether he'll play it long or switch fields. He's going to go long, unfortunately, right to Clifford. But Vince has a little bit of space. Plays down to his foot. Nice little ball by Vince. Touches through. This is Nick stepping through. Palmieri looks like he won a corner kick. Good stuff for Nick Palmieri. He made a nice little step through 2 defenders there. Very aggressive from Nick, winning a corner kick, which Rob Merritt will go over to take. Once again, I point out to you, watch out for number 15 in white, Sean Comboy. Panthers, he's been very dangerous. He scored on 2 corner kicks earlier this season. Here's a corner. Here comes Comboy. Unfortunately, it was a little deep, and the goalie made a nice play. Steinhaus falls. I didn't see why. I think the ref is telling him getting kind of tired of the diving that's going on, and he's telling him to play on. Yeah, I can hear him. He's saying just go play. So we're about 4 minutes left here in the first OT. Still 2-2. Here comes the punt. Going to be over Rob Merritt's head, played off a Bethel head. Stepping in by Vince. And it's going to be out on Bethel, but a foul on Vince Delamo. Bethel's going to get a free kick. Colson's going to run up from a sweeper spot to take it, as per usual. He goes quick restart. This is Clifford. Going outside to Walsh. Now Walsh back to Clifford. Looking for his own shot. Not really a very dangerous ball, kind of looped in, and Mark Hast, solid as per usual, making a nice save, and we'll punt it away here. Hast goes long. Walsh wins it off his chest. Very nice trap. Griffin, nice move up the sidelines. Now he cuts in. Griffin with a nice little run there. Nice little poke tap by Burke away, but not out. Here comes Clifford again. Strikes it low and well wide. And we got a Bethel Park sub. Chris Wild, who's seen plenty of time. He's subbing in for Kyle Young. So here comes Mark Hast over the ball. That's a little low and a little in the middle, too. Burke's going wide with it. Burke's going to go long with it. Right into the Bethel bench. Bethel Park throw. Throw in middle. Bethel wins. Walsh. Brahms got time. Touches in. Burke kind of wins it. Conboy. Can't find Merritt. And we got Griffin again. Griffin turns middle. He's got too much space here. Conboy tries to run him off. Nice low hard shot, but not a problem for Mark Hast. 2 minutes left to go in the first overtime. Headed out by Bethel and controlled by Bethel again. Burdett couldn't corral it. Nice little crossover there by Talbot. Going to switch fields to Walsh. And Walsh did not get there, I didn't think. No, he didn't. It's going to be a Panther throw. Dave Steen's going to run all the way up to take it, but not before a Panther substitution. Steen coming back out. And Clay Roner in. Roner's going to go back to that right side, and it looks like Burdett's going to come all the way back over to the left, which is probably quite a toilsome run at this point. Now Griffin gets subbed out. He looks like he either has a cramp or a quad issue. Burdett with a nice long throw. Palmer getting held a little bit. Nectar using his body nicely, trying to turn it. That's going to be a deep Panther throw. I would have Burdett take this if I'm Panthers. He seems to have the long throw, but it looks like Nick's going to put it into play. Merritt's trying to tip back to him. That's going to be another St. Clair throw. Now they're going to let Burdett take this one, which I think is a good idea. He's the closest thing they have, including somebody like McClintock who can throw it long. 40 seconds left here in the first overtime. We're knotted at 2. Burdett's looking towards net now. He's going to throw deep. No Cartier, who's usually their target guy. It's headed out. Delamo tipping back in. I think Roner was in an offside position anyway, but Foster corrals it for Bethel. Ann's looking to punt it out. Here it is, right up the middle. Vince wins it, turns. Now it's a little scrum at center field. Merritt. Delamo just kind of clears it high and towards the sideline. 10 seconds.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
And it's going to be a foul on the Bethel player, but it's irrelevant. We are at the end of the first overtime. The Upper St. Clair Panthers 2, the Bethel Park Blackhawks 2. We will play one more 10-minute period. All right, we're about to start the second and final 10-minute overtime period from what I understand. Once again, I mentioned it is golden goal. First goal wins. Panthers, Blackhawks tied at 2. They will be switching directions here. St. Clair in your white uniforms going left to right. Bethel Park in your orange going right to left. That overtime was fairly close to even. Both teams had some pretty good scoring opportunities. Bethel probably had a couple better, but none of them were really too frightening chances. And as I said, we're knotted still. Guys have got to be exhausted at this point. It's a very hot day. Costantino has checked back in now. Palmieri has dropped back into a midfield, or is he? Yeah. Nick's back to his old midfield position. Going to try to get some little more offense Coach Schneider's looking for on the counters. Trying to play it long down the wing. That's not going to work. Guys are exhausted at this point. Here's Clay Roner, triggering it back in. Nick looked for the head, can't win it. Here's Costantino. Tried to touch down. Once again, we got Clifford all on the ball. Looking for Walsh. Now deep. And Clifford again. Looking for the long cross. Burke heads it out. Brindle got time here. Nate was looking for Constantino on the run there, couldn't find him. Burdett, trying to touch it out, couldn't quite get it to Burke on the little overlap, and now Burke dumps him. And it's going to be a penalty on Chris Burke. Bethel, quick restart. St. Clair not paying attention. Talbot has space. Trying to touch to the wing to Young. Can Young save it? He will. Turns, we got a one-on-one against Levine. Eric holding his ground nicely. Roner checking. Forward again. Young with space. Trying to cross. Conboy heading it out. Palmieri going in hard. Can't win it. Uh-oh, here we go. Walsh on the turn. Could have been obstruction, no call. Here's Talbot. Sending it in, no harm. Mark Haas smothers it. Looking for the long throw. He has Burdett with what looks like some room. Or no, it's just Nick. Palmieri. He's got Cosentino. He was offsides, unfortunately. I didn't think he was when the ball was played, but it was very tough. Close call. Deep carrying with some time down the wing. Now gets it back. Colson trying to touch, errant pass. Nice step in Cosentino. Working hard. Nice little touch back to Roner. This is Vince. Touching back to Levine. Very nice possession from St. Clair. Good poise shown. Levine looking up, going for Nick. Nick traps it beautifully. Oh, boy, he almost won it through, but Paglia made a nice play. Nick, nice check back. Palmieri hustling. Burke. Burdett keeps it in. Walsh. Burdett hustling. Nice play by Burdett. They dive and get the call. That's unfortunate. Burdett hustled back nicely. Another quick restart. Boy, somebody's got to mark Clifford. He's gonna come. He's liable to come up and just shoot from anywhere. Trying to tip it forward to nobody. Clifford is definitely a very talented player. Gets cute sometimes. That was kind of unnecessary. He had a lot of guys in support positions. Here's Hast. Going long and down the sidelines. Nick's not going to be able to save it. It's going to be a throw-in. But frankly, that's less dangerous than the middle at this point, so you'll take it. Walsh triggers. Griffin on the head. Burke with some space. Steps over and clears across the sideline. And Bethel with another throw here. 6.5 to go in the second OT. Once again, Clifford, way too much time. Got to be on him. Looking for the cross to nobody. Again, Roner. Trying to put it back in the box. Boy, I thought he was in an offside position. He was not. Levine trying to win it. Talbot turning. Levine holding his ground. Roner in support. Here's a cross. Trying to do a freaking bicycle, which degree of difficulty very high. Uh-oh. Dangerous touch. Nick, nice little seal. Uh-oh, Nick carrying, but he still got it. Nick looking wide. If Constantino could have flicked it on to Roner, could have made a run here, but he's checking back. Brindle's going to win that with his head. Paglia touches outside to Walsh. It's going to run across the sideline. Can we get a quick restart here? Lenny's looking forward. Oh, boy, it was a good chance. Nick touches back. Nick was going to try to win it. Wow, a trip called on Walsh. Frankly, I can't even figure out what's being called now. I didn't see that either. So this is going to be Levine again, just inside the 40-yard line. I have a feeling he might go long with this. This is well within his range to get a ball within the box. You know, try to get a call or something. Levine, it's bending near the far post, looking for Constantino. Does get a head on it. Oh, headed back inside. They can't turn it. It's a scrum. Oh, Constantino almost won that. Oh, it looked like a seal there. No call. Yeah, they called it. Guy made a seal on there. Burke got to keep his cool. Burke's got to keep his cool. He's talking all kinds of junk right now to Young. Now, that call I agree with, actually. Their sideline was very furious, but he hooked him with his outside arm and kind of hip-checked him, And it would have been a dangerous counter, which is why they were mad. I think madder than, the call itself. So this is going to be Nate Brindle. Oh, excuse me, Nick Palmieri. Boy, would have loved to have done more with that. Way high. Guys are exhausted, and I think it's affecting every part of the game at this point. This is a lot of time out there running around, and certainly a hot day. 4 minutes to go here in the second overtime. Roner stepping in. Nice stuff from Clay. Boy, Costantino almost got a back flick by him, but Bethel controls. Tap middle. Griffin with a little space. Now Talbot. Roner steps in with a little poke. Talbot controls. Clay's getting back organized, so here comes Nick running on. Oh, boy, nice little move by Walsh. Touching forward. Burke, look, nice touch by Burke. Can he keep it in? He will. Very nice by Chris Burke. He touched it off the defender. Very nice. Touching through. Here's Nick. Nice touches. This Burdette making her. No, it's Chris Burke. Lenny falls. Looks for Costantino. Goalie coming just inside the box to make that play. Some good stuff. Good combination work by the Panthers down the sidelines. Making Bethel work. Foster rolls out. And Deep's got space. Young. Little step over now. Cutting inside. Brindle taps it away. That's going to be an Upper St. Clair throw-in. We got 2:45 left here in the second OT. Burke. Palmieri. Palmieri's got it. Somebody's got to tell him man on. Here's Walsh. Trying to position himself for shot. Nice step in by Delamo. Now that should be a foul. Yeah, they got it. They had St. Clair with the advantage. Levine's working very hard, doing some nice work on that right backside. So Brindle's going to take it. Nice back flick. That's going to be a little over the top on 14. Boy, St. Clair's upset there because if you don't call that, St. Clair might have had the advantage in a breakaway there by Lenny Mills. That's a controversial stoppage. I think it was a foul, but it's the timing, obviously. Boy, that was a beautiful flick on, even with the foul over the back. I think it was Nick flicking it to Lenny. We might have had a goal there. So it'll be Levine at about the 25. St. Clair, almost everybody pushing forward. Can Levine keep it low? Nice little chip. Got Sean Conboy running on. Oh, dangerous. St. Clair's got to get back here. Everybody's out of gas. Both teams. Minute and a half to go. Second overtime. Roner, nice little play to his feet. Can't keep it in, but good stuff from Clay again. Quick throw in. Clay trying to win it down. Here's Levine. Turns. Colson can't control. Nick's going to try to look. He's got Costantino with some space. Here's Nick. Nick cutting in. Beautiful stuff by Palmieri. I don't know how he has the energy. Nice little ball here. This is Burdette. Sending middle. Oh, he's just out of gas after that run. Tried to toe touch it with the left. Unfortunately, couldn't get it past Foster. Boy, great opportunity. Nick Palmieri, I don't know how he has the energy to keep that type of run at this point. Vince trying to win it in the air. This is Conboy. Here's Clifford. Conboy, nice physicality. Pushing him wide. Talbot trying to make a run here. Looking across. Oh, here we go. It's dangerous. Young can't get there. Hast. Hast furious at the collision there. He thought he was actually going to get called.
10, 9, 8, 7.
And now they're stopping it with about 7 seconds left. Who the heck knows what's going on at this point? And it looks like Kyle Youngs now is going to get booked. I don't know why they feel the need to call a conference with 7 seconds left when the game is about to end. Clearly it's been a chippy game, a lot of physicality, but oh, there's a player down. And they're going to reset at 12 seconds here. And it looks like Matt Griffin, who we mentioned earlier, was having problems with his quad. I think that's what it is. It's probably a cramp. I think everybody's pretty much universally want to end this. The Bethel coach is way out onto the field.